Hello there. Today we are talking about clover, white clover specifically. There will be a later video about red clover. 'Tis the season to find this very cool food growing in your yard. The bees I just dropped my book in my lap. Anyway, the bees absolutely love this clover. So when it's flowering, you will find lots of bees in your yard or garden. So if you're trying to attract pollinators, you probably don't want to pull this. Also, I've heard that it is one of the plants that takes nitrogen from the environment and puts it back into the soil, which is really good for the other plants in the garden. So it's been used a lot as a ground cover. In fact, it's a ground cover in my garden. So let's talk about this plant and what we can do with it. According to Sam Thayer's field guide to edible wild plants, the leaves of the white clover are edible and can be eaten when they're young in the spring. However, one of you all had commented on one of my prior videos about how bad the leaves of clover taste, and you are 100% correct. They tasted terrible. I put it to the test. You were 100% right. Absolutely horrifically bad. However, the flowers can be eaten as a sweet snack. You can put them in cooked vegetable dishes, which would be interesting. You can put it you can dry it and make it into a tea. I think you can use it fresh, the flowers fresh in a tea as well. You can put them in salads. So I'm gonna try one. I've never tried the white clover before. I've tried the purple, and then I've tried wood sorrel, which looks like it's a clover but isn't. Proving to you that I am actually eating it. Oh, it tastes really similar to the purple. Not bad, not good. Tastes like it tastes like if you've eaten the clover honey, the wild clover honey. That's kind of the taste that you get in it. So, like I said, not good, not bad. Oh, by the way, if you're seeing my hands, I apologize. They got covered in an ink explosion yesterday, and I cannot get the stuff washed out. Oh. After a while, the taste of the flowers gets pretty bad, by the way. So let's talk about what about these are good enough that we should drink the tea or eat the flowers. So the white clover is actually really, really medicinal. In fact, they did experiments where they put the white clover in with leukemia cells in a test tube, and it stopped the growth of the leukemia cells. So it has some really, really cool properties as far as being anti-cancer, antioxidant. It's also anti-inflammatory. It's also anti-inflammatory, and it can protect your liver against different toxins, which I think is really cool. I have fatty liver. Not entirely sure why. Guessing diet, because I like fat. It's also anti-rheumatic, so if you have rheumatism, this is one that they say is good to drink. And the Native Americans even made it into a tea for colds and coughs and fevers. So as far as using it in like infused oils and things on your skin, in Iran, they used all the different parts of the clover, all the above ground parts, to use on skin problems. And it's also antifungal and antimicrobial. And interestingly, one of the microbes that it's really good against is H. pylori. So that goes back to drinking it as a tea, because H. pylori is, if I remember right, H. pylori is one of the really intense bacteria or viruses that can lodge in your gut and cause a lot of problems. It also may speed your wound healing, and it's anti-inflammatory. So again, with all these properties, it's a good herb to use for your skin. I'm going to have it as one of my ingredients in a balm I'm making for fungal infections. I'll be mixing it with some of the general ingredients I use in a deodorant to soak up the perspiration and help you avoid fungal infections or help you get rid of them if you have them. One other interesting thing that I've been doing for an event that's coming up at a local park is I have been researching what birds eat what plants. And interestingly enough, there are several birds that use white clover as their food. Mallards, which we may or may not want to feed them. The opinions are kind of spread out on that one. American robins. Who else? So one interesting thing that I've been doing lately for an event that is coming up at a local park is I have been researching what animals, or specifically what birds, eat different plants, because if people want to save birds, they need to also save the plants that the birds eat, right? So there are two different birds that I found that are really, really happy to eat white clover, and those are mallards, not ducky mallard like on NCIS, mallard, you know, the duck, geese things, and American robins. So it's a good one to protect if you like your birds, and it's also a good one to use if you need antioxidants in your diet. And it also has a lot of nutritional properties. Ooh, let me look this up. Well, that was interesting. I went to look up what type of nutritional value white clover has, and I found that it does have a lot of proteins. It also has vitamins A, B2, B3, C, and E. It has magnesium and phosphorus and some other minerals. But additionally, I found some other birds that eat it and some other animals, including deer, you know, our cute little deer friends, and some different birds like quail and larks. So definitely a good plant to keep around. Lots of ways to use it, lots of things to do with it. And now I am going to try and make the tea.
So to make this even remotely believable that you're not 7 foot tall.
I love that you're like standing there. All right, time to try the tea. Okay, the first one is fresh. That is the Luigi and Mario cup. Wait, that one has Mario and Luigi too.
Depends on which way. Yeah.
Oh.
Depends on which way you're facing them.
Oh, I never, for some reason
Mario,
I thought they were different characters.
Luigi.
Okay, so this one is fresh. That one is dried. Flowers. Ready? Tastes like nothing.
Tastes like water, teed water.
I mean, it tastes like tea.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a, I don't know, I feel like I put enough in it that this is the flavor it's supposed to be.
It's got like a mild hint of a flavor, but it tastes like tea.
Yeah, it tastes like tea. which is good because I was afraid it was gonna taste like the flower, and the flower was really good for a minute, but then there was this like horrible aftertaste. The aftertaste that's in the wildflower honey that I don't like. So, yeah. Shall we cheers? As always, thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and as always, eat something wild. Oh, we should say it together. Eat something wild. However, one of you all commented on a video that I had made about how bad the clover flowers are, or not the flowers, and it also may spook. And one interesting thing that I've been doing, and one interesting thing